We present a system for building story worlds. Our story world builder provides a visual interface for specifying the domain knowledge used to describe a story world. The story world builder is integrated within the editor environment of the Unity 3D game engine. Interfaces are provided to define smart objects, states, affordances, and events. A created story world may then be used by story authoring tools to compose a sequence of events into a narrative. We first demonstrate the creation of smart objects and characters. Here, we create a painting smart object. We give it a name, painting smart object, and select the model from the list. In the Instantiate tab, we create an instance of our painting smart object. We name our instance My Painting and select the smart object we created. You may manipulate the smart object in the scene view. Here we place the painting on the wall. We now repeat the process to create a scientist and place him in the world. In the state editor, we define a role is scientist and another role is painting. We create a state has potion. We use the Unity 3D component inspector of the My Painting smart object to assign a role is painting. We then assign the scientist a state has potion and a role is scientist. We now create an affordance, which is an advertised capability offered by a smart object. Our goal is to create an interaction in which the scientist experiments on the painting. Using the affordance editor, we first create a reach object affordance. The owner of the affordance will be a smart object. The user will be a smart character. We then author the behavior tree of the reach object affordance to specify the actions and conditions to reach an object. We select a go to affordance action task within the navigation menu. The agent represents who is performing the action. In our case, the scientist is the user performing the action. The target is the game object position. We select the owner position as game object position. In our intended use, the owner will be the painting. We now create an experiment affordance, which is composed of an affordance action task specifying a throw potion animation. The scientist will experiment by throwing a potion on a smart object. We now create an experiment event. In the experiment event behavior tree, we specify a sequence of 2 action tasks. The first action task is our reach object affordance. The second action task is our experiment affordance. We then add 2 condition tasks to the beginning of the sequence, which requires the scientist has role is scientist and state has potion, which we define as prerequisites for the experiment event. Our story world builder is integrated within an existing story authoring system. We drag our experiment event into the story canvas and assign participants to the event. We may then play the event in which the scientist experiments on the painting. Our story world builder supports bi-directionality to enable an iterative design process throughout story world building and story authoring. Here we enhance our story world, adding a ghost smart character, a reach character affordance, a spook affordance, a scared affordance, an inhabit affordance to enable ghosts to inhabit objects, and a depart affordance to enable ghosts to depart objects. Using combinations of these affordances, we create a spook event, an inhabit event, and a depart event. Our story world specification enables automation in the form of computer assistance to generate narratives. Automation is supported through the specifications of preconditions and postconditions of events. To demonstrate the concept, we create an is inhabiting state to represent the ghost is inhabiting an object. The inhabit event will set is inhabiting to true, and the depart event will set it to false. Within our spook event, we add a precondition to require that a ghost is not inhabiting an object. We may then omit the depart event when authoring, and click Plan Globally to have the authoring system assist in narrative generation. Here, a depart event is added, highlighted in blue, to enable the ghost to spook the scientist. The ghost inhabits the painting. The scientist experiments on the painting. The ghost departs the painting and spooks the scientist. Thank you for your attention.